I'll record.
Man, I am fucking zooted today.
Zoot
I
zoot,
am
right?
on I'm on a cocktail of chemicals.
All right, let's break down what you're on and go.
Mostly it's a lot of weed, but also I had a little bit of alcohol. I had two twisted teas at the bar when I got off of work. And also I drank a lot of caffeine today.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Dude, that's why I can't really do Adderall really anymore because I like to smoke, but I also like to be fucking zooted out of my fucking mind. So like, you give me an Addy or two and me, I can get some fucking writing done and fucking rock out with my cock out.
There you go. What are you writing?
Oh, I'm just talking about in general. Like
Oh,
one
okay.
time I got fucked up and took a couple Adderall. I wrote 5, 10, 15, maybe almost 20 pages worth of shit of just handwriting, cursive handwriting. And that fucking blows my mind because like I sobered up. I was like, dude, I was like fucking fast as fuck, boy, with my thought process. I was like, dude, like a lot of it was dribble. I was like rambling. I would ramble on about some shit. And I'm like, dude, this makes no sense. But like when I was fucking high off of Adderall, man, it was like made perfect fucking sense.
I feel like I'm achieving a similar effect where I don't know if you've ever done this, Mo, but I've realized that the power mix is just weed and caffeine. Because weed makes you feel awesome, but it also makes you fall asleep. But if you drink a bunch of caffeine, that part goes away. So you just get
Shit.
the woozy fun feeling and you're able to stay awake.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's how I feel. But with Adderall and weed, especially if it's good weed, because if it's shitty weed, the Adderall is just going to like just butt fuck that and just like throw it off to the side like a common whore. If it's fucking dro or some good shit, it's got some competition for your brain banana, and so you're like up and down and up and down and up and down, and it's fucking crazy, man. I fucking love the shit out of that feeling. It's so weird.
Interesting.
Hmm.
I don't know if I want to mess with ADHD medication after seeing what it's doing to Vito.
No, 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 no. I'll tell you what Vito's doing wrong. He's abusing the shit out of it, and he's taking it recreationally, like for funsies, not like the doctor recommended dosage at the recommended doctor time. That's what he's doing. I
Poor
can tell
Vito.
because I am a speed drug. I'm a speed based drugs addict. I've never done meth or like anything like that, but like you put like some pills in front of me or some like caffeine, like a pot of coffee, dude, I'm on that shit. Like I'll drink the whole fucking pot. I'll shit out my guts later on. I don't care.
Heh, man, it's been like a weird weekend. I've
Why
been
has
in
it been
like
a
an
weird weekend?
I've been in another universe. I think it's because I didn't get stoned for a week and then I got stoned.
Oh, little dab will fucking do you. That's usually what happens. Ugh. But yeah, man, I'm fucking exhausted. I was supposed to stream this week. I didn't get to stream at all. I was just so fucking tired. And I'm also trying to like convince myself to go complete my doctor's visit. I'm like, I'll put it off later on after I'm like hyping myself to go after work. It's just that hour after work where like the place opens and I get off. I have an hour to do what I want. And then like what I want to do is just say, my fucking job, sit down, get fucking roasted, and eat something and crash out or play schedule one and crash out. That's what I want to do.
Yeah, that's fair. You should be streaming the schedule one though.
I should be, and I feel bad because I played a lot of schedule one, and I'm gonna be doing that tonight after this stream happens because I need to fucking get with it. Like I need to have a mega fucking schedule one fucking blast. That's what the fuck I need to do.
That should be fun. I've been trying to stream again. I kind of had a lull for a while, but I played some Ben 10 fan game a couple days ago, and then I did Riley Radio Live today.
Yeah.
Right as I was at the peak state of zooted, and I had just gotten home from the bar. I was like, "Yeah, I'm
Oh,
fucking pumped
nice.
up. I gotta do a show," and I did
Hell
an
yeah.
hour.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
And I just bitched about Keemstar the whole time, pretty much. Keemstar and Vito.
Man, I've been, like, paying attention to the anti-ICE, protests, right? And there's Riley. There is a fucking movement that's spearheaded by Alex Stein, number 99, Alex
Oh,
Stein.
good. I'm sure it's a
Uh,
great movement.
it fucking is. It's like, "Don't deport the big booty Latinas." And since
Yes.
and since that started, I'm looking at a few videos now of some, like, fucking Mexican hotties. They're like, "Don't deport Latina baddies," and they're fucking smoke shows. They're like, "Oh, yeah, I can get behind this movement." Giggity. Get it? But yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm super, super, into, like, there's this movie, oh, fucking, goddamn, what's his name? Bo Rat fucking did it. What's his name? Ali G. The Ali G show made a fucking movie, and he became like head of like the
Wait,
the
Borat?
British
I thought
government.
that was Sacha Baron Cohen.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Sacha Baron Cohen. He does Bo Rat,
Okay.
and he does this other character called Ali G, and he
Oh,
has the Ali G
oh,
show,
oh. I've never heard
and
about
he
that.
and he got a oh, it was pretty funny. It was pretty funny. Uh, he uh he got a movie greenlit by like I guess HBO or something, the network he was on at the time, and he became leader of the British Parliament. And one of his platforms was improving the immigration and the immigration policy, where they just let in only hot fucking chicks and reject everyone else. And I really want that immigration policy because I feel that we all win by getting good pussy in America and just rejecting everyone else. Like,
You
how
see,
many Nobel Peace?
you conservatives are looking at this
Why
very
are you
tunnel
saying you
vision way.
conservative?
You conservatives are looking at this a
Who's the
very tunnel
conservative
visioned
here?
way. Oh yeah, I don't know
Who's the
who could it be,
conservative?
but it's a very tunnel vision way to look at it. This has been a part of this movement for a long time. The big booty Latinas not getting
Yeah,
deported has been a
yeah,
meme
yeah,
for a
yeah, yeah,
while,
yeah. That
but you
that should be a thing.
they come in a combo though. The big booty Latinas don't want to stay without their families. They're trying to use themselves as a shield for the rest of the Mexicans. So if you want the big booty Latinas, you can't be throwing their fathers and fucking mothers away.
We'll judge it by by case basis and see where we go from there. I'm sure we can make a few exceptions here and there. Most of them, though, you gotta go.
Okay, okay.
All
I just think
right.
like just get rid of them like very easy. If they commit a crime and they're not a citizen, ship them out. Like
Well,
they go to jail
hold
for
on there.
something, do a
Well, hold on
crime,
there.
get them out.
Hold on there, Adolf. Okay, we don't have time for like rational solutions like that. Okay, now listen to me, you fascist, racist Nazi. We gotta, no, man, like a border is just like a line on a map. Like we just need to like open all borders for everybody.
Even if we secure the border, it's just the people who are already here and not causing any problems. Like who cares about them? Just like there's no need to go around and round people up. Just like wait for them to do a crime and then you can be like, "Oh, they're not a citizen. Okay, we'll get them out."
Well, I mean, there's like a million things, like, unfortunately wrong with that. And it's sound logic. I like the logic, but there's just problems with it over the years because a lot of these dudes who, like, we should be looking at it exactly how you're looking at it. But a lot of these fucking people, because of liberal judges and activist judges and shit, who are like, oh man, you only, raped 4 Americans, and Americans are colonizers, and America equals bad. Boo America.
I feel
You
like that has to
rapist
be an
immig
exaggeration because
that's not
I
that's
could see an
not it
argument for
really is a
like
problem. It
I can
really
see an
is a
argument
problem.
if they like stole some chips from a convenience store. It's like, come on, they were poor. Like, okay, that's fine. But I don't think you could say, yeah, it was just a little rape. I think if any rape happens, you get him out of
Uh,
there.
no. Being illegal in fucking Chicago, New York City, or fucking LA. They welcome these or fucking Minnesota, where Tim Walz allowed like the BLM riots to just fucking happen. It's where the fiery but mostly peaceful protest meme sort of came from, because he just allowed Minnesota to just fucking burn, all in the name of social justice. He did nothing to stop the rioters back in 2020. So like he finally kind of got like a boot up his ass, because this Trump presidency is not fucking around this time. And they do like 2 or 3 days into it, they're already sending in the fucking Marines, and every state is calling in their National Guard to quell and put down the fucking riots before they happen. And everyone is, well, like we have like a whole fucking new wave of bootlicking, and that's extremely concerning, because like yeah, you should fucking put down riots, but maybe not like look at every protest you see and you're like, my Marines, oh my National Guard, oh my fucking little piggies,
I don't
the
know. I don't know if
state,
I can take
no,
this
the
point as
state's coming.
genuine from you when you were like, ah, fuck anybody who's protesting in favor of Palestine. Fucking get him out of here.
Oh no, that's because those motherfuckers like shoot. They do. They want to kill mostly Jews. All right, like Hassan's fucking fans shot up those fucking two Jewish. I think not delegates, but fucking they were working at consulate. They were consulate workers. I think like low level ambassadors, and they fucking iced two of them. And it's a fucking Hassan fan.
I think
That
you're
fucking did
using
that.
an unfortunate minority to condemn a
Everyone
majority.
fucking says minority this,
Most
minority
of
that,
us
but
most of us just want Palestinian children to stop dying. That's pretty much our whole thing.
yeah, well, like, yeah, well, when they say shit like from the river to the sea, Palestine should be free. And what's that mean? It means the eradication of the state of Israel. Okay, I mean
Yeah,
that's what the fuck
Hamas is
that
a
means.
problem.
Yeah, but that's they all fucking chant that and they're all fine with that.
They're brainwashed, Mo.
Oh no, they're not fucking
A
brainwashed. They fucking look at this, they
terroristic
consciously
organization took over their country, tricked
uh
them into voting for them, and now they're their government. There's propaganda, they're brainwashing them. This is how it works. This is how a tyrannical government works. All the people
uh
who live in North Korea think the government is good because the government has tricked them. It's the same general principle.
I mean, you're about 40% right, but like 60%, it's them by doing it on their by their own volition, dude. Like if you actually like, because these people they'll come to Western countries, they'll go to Europe, they'll go to the UK, they'll go to fucking America or Canada, and they'll take that mentality with them, and they keep that fucking mentality. So I gotta say, like, I want to believe what you're saying, but they still keep that extremism, and they even fucking find people to stoke that extremism, man.
Well,
So,
it's Mo, brainwashing doesn't go away the moment the
uh,
brainwasher is away
you
from
can't
you.
you can't necessarily call it brainwashing when you have all the facts in front of you and you still go, "Huh, I know the truth," and
Yeah,
you still
because you've
reject
always
it.
been sold the facts as this is what's true, but God says that this is what's true, and you have to fight for what God says or whatever. Whatever. They've all been fucking. Their brains are wired in a different way than
Uh,
ours.
I mean, like, where do you draw the line for accountability, though?
I don't think there really is a line to draw. I think their brains are irrevocably fucked. What we have to do is we have to figure out how to stamp out Hamas without murdering all their fucking children and then try to be like, "Hey guys, what if we stopped this?"
Well, I mean, if violence was the answer, it would have stopped it a long time ago. It just makes more extremists. Anywho,
It's a tough nut to
uh,
crack.
yeah. Anywho, let's go ahead and start the show. The show that I made late, about an hour into that. My
Yeah, now
bad.
I'm here at fucking 9:15 and I've got an hour of podcasting ahead of me and I'm coming down from all of my various substances.
Well, while I do the fucking intro, why don't you go re-up on your various substances then?
Well, the other stuff I don't have any more of, and the weed's just gonna make me more tired. So I gotta write out what I got.
Well, I guess on that case, then a one, a two, a skiddly diddly do. Hey, what's up, everybody? How you doing? How you doing? Welcome to the MoCast. I am your host, Mo Diggity. And joining me today, we're doing the gruesome twosome thing today on the MoCast here, where we only have one other co-host. And that
Riley,
co-host is Riley. Say what's up, Riley.
hello everybody.
Okay, Riley, I have something I have to confess here, okay? Before we start on our free-form adventure podcast thing here that we got.
Okay,
Uh I've been, Riley, I hate to tell you this, but I have to confess something to you. I'm fucking paranoid.
about.
I'm paranoid about World War III happening, and
Oh, here
I'm
we go
paranoid.
again.
I'm paranoid about fucking violence in the streets, and like it could be any kind of violence whatsoever. So I started. I'm starting to prep, Riley.
Oh my
Uh,
God, you're
a few
doomsday
days ago.
prepping?
No, I'm fucking I'm Civil War slash civil unrest prepping. Not so much Doomsday, because Doomsday, there's fuck all you can do about it. My truck's not fast enough to escape a atomic bomb blast. I'm fucked there. Uh, I don't have a cow catcher, so in the front of it. So if zombies happen, I just have to plow through them and hope that my shit doesn't stall out and I die. But, the only thing I can really do right now is stock up on food and water and defense of my shelter, while I shelter in place till the riots or civil unrest or zombie apocalypse
I was
stops.
about to say
Right?
that's what doomsday prepping is. You're doing doomsday prepping.
Oh, well, I kinda have a different opinion of what I think doomsday prepping is. Doomsday prepping's going in the woods and then, like, having your family and teaching them, like, doomsday prepper shit. Me, I'm just getting drunk and stoned going, "No, these motherfuckers are taking my rights away from me."
I feel like
And,
there's multiple kinds of doomsday prepping. Like the kind you're describing is real too, like what people living out in the wild in doomsday. But there's also the people who think they can bunker up in their basement and they stock up a bunch of food and water and shit and they
well
have it stored in their garage for their entire lives for when the apocalypse happens. That's doomsday prepping too.
Well, I don't think I'm at like doomsday level prepper yet. Right now, I'm just like gearing up for some sort of civil unrest or something. Civil unrest or zombie apocalypse, right? Something to do with like the masses, But the other day, I've been like secretly going up and down, making an Amazon sort of wish list, shopping list of stuff that I want. And Riley, I have started. I've got me two fucking fire starter fucking little metal flint sticks.
Flint
And
and steel.
yeah, rock and stone, flint and steel. I got some fire starter fucking sticks where I can like make sparks and make fire. And I bought like I bought like a 24 pack of MREs that like had like the
Ooh.
best fucking thing, and they were like on sale for like almost $60 or about almost $70 to be honest with taxes. But I started like stocking up and shit, and my next paycheck I'm going gun shopping because I'm going to take down some motherfuckers that try to kick my fucking door down, who are like, "Hey, man, like, your stuff, my stuff, it's all our stuff. Get out of here, hippie," and fucking take them the fuck down. Or, something's going to happen, right? That's going to, I can't talk him to death. So I might as well like shoot him to death. So I'm getting me a shotty and a handgun to start with. And then later on, I'm going to start off with a fucking nice, comfortable rifle. I have no idea what kind of rifle it's going to be, but let's just say I will. be open to getting a rifle that is easily modified, and that's all I'll say about that. Would I
Just stay away from the capital, Mo, and we'll be fine.
The Capitol didn't I didn't go to the Capitol, the Capitol came to
The
us.
capital came
Dun,
to
dun, dun,
us.
dun. Not like, the
I wouldn't
dream
want you to
guns.
end up like Ashley Babbitt.
Uh, oh, yeah, yeah, because Vito would laugh.
I
Anyway,
almost I
uh,
almost started this episode by singing the Ashley Babbitt song because I found it. I found Dick singing it and playing guitar.
fantastic. But yeah, man,
That bitch went down to Washington to destroy democracy.
God. Yeah, man, but, I've been looking at everything that's been going on here, and, you know, for a moment, just forget about the causes, right? The cause that they're doing, the cause this, the cause that. You have lots of cause for applause and all that stuff. Uh, Look at the civil unrest in this country, and now look at in less than a week. Israel was finished bombing Palestine because they seemingly ran out of Palestinians, and now they're like, "Ugh, I've got this war murder boner, I tell you. I gotta just blow my load in Iran." And Iran's not fucking around because they launched a shit ton of missiles because they're not some pissant third world shithole. This is Iran. This is like the big crown jewel of the Middle East, right? It's the biggest nation and the most well armed, probably the most well armed nation, right? Like there's stories about the ferocity of the Iranian military for dating back to the 18 fucking hundreds, right? And how like the Iranian armies and militaries and shit, they'll descend upon the enemy in fucking waves. And they have a really crazy good fucking air force and all that, and they have a decent navy as well because they have to patrol their portion of their gulf, you know? But yeah, yeah, yeah. One of these people, and I guess there was a treaty between Pakistan and India because they're stopping their bullshit. We haven't heard anything from them for a while. But yeah, man, one of these motherfuckers, they really, really, really want to start World War III, Riley, and that's going to be the fucking death of us all. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to give myself a fighting, sporting chance. I'm putting the fleshlights down. I'm putting the degeneracy down. I'm just kidding. I don't have a fleshlight. Calm down
See,
there.
I already had my "Oh God, World War III is coming" existential breakdown, and the World War III didn't happen. So now every time there's a scare, I'm just not gonna buy it until it's actually happening. Cause
Well,
like back in like 21, 22, or whatever, there was like I think some shit with Russia and Ukraine was boiling up. And like there
yeah, and
was
look
some,
what happened with
yeah,
that, Riley.
yeah, nothing happened, but fucking we were talking, I think even we talked about it on this show, and like everybody was super concerned, and like World War III seemed like a real possibility. And I had like a fucking mental breakdown about the possibility of getting nuked. And then nothing ever came of it. So now I'm just immune to World War III fear until World War III comes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can see why you would be, because like God only knows you shouldn't. Like if you're not at least a little bit spooked, like you're not paying attention, because like it freaks me the fuck out. Watching all this fucking news and all this bullshit, thinking to myself, man, I don't know if this is gonna fucking work out for us or not. I really want everything to be okay. I don't want nukes streaking to and fro around the globe.
Yeah, the
But
nukes are when it's
man,
over. That's the problem. Is the nukes are when it's over. When it comes to the civil unrest, I kind of have mixed feelings about that, where it's like it's scary and I don't know what's going to happen, but at the same time, like there's a lot of things that need to change. And throughout history, not a lot of change has not come from violence. So, maybe I'm just putting my hands up and seeing what happens. Maybe I'm not going to speak out against the people throwing bricks at cars. Maybe I'm just going to just going to see where it goes.
Well, you should like totally like I don't care for people who just destroy like someone else's private property, like junk you fucking public. Like maybe you shouldn't be smashing their windows in. Maybe you should be like going after the banks and shit. But no, no one wants to fucking do that or anything. It's so much easier, I guess, to firebomb or loot a Starbucks than it is, the Federal Reserve or a bank or something.
Well, even
Like,
that,
where
like
change would even happen. Change would
they
happen.
shouldn't be destroying civilian cars, and they shouldn't be looting mom and pop shops. I don't care if they loot
Definitely.
like corpo stores. I don't give a fuck.
I mean, you're supposed to care a little bit because, like, that still does damage the community in some way. But my level of empathy is sort of like, okay, so did mom and pop's hardware store get knocked over, or did Walmart get fucking knocked over? I care about one more than I do the other, sadly. And
When
yeah,
thousands of iPhones got smashed on the fucking sidewalk because they thought it'd be a cool idea to, after when the Apple Store got raided, make the phones all do like a blaring alarm siren sound. So
that's
everybody
fucking
just
funny.
immediately fucking threw them on the ground. So they're
Yeah,
all just streamed across the sidewalk and just screaming.
yeah, and fucking Apple's been doing that shit for like years and years and years now, like about 10, 12 years now. Like, whenever someone steals something from an Apple store, if it's not properly checked out, it gets bricked immediately. It gets shut the hell down. And it's such a pain in the ass to unbrick it that no one really, like, there's not really a big market for it. Because, like, you just stole this phone straight from the store. It's like, this is not worth my fucking time.
Yeah, the bricking makes sense, but it's the siren that was retarded because
No, that's
like
fine, that's fine, like, dumb
only
shit
because
fucking
they immediately were just
telling
like
on
fuck,
themselves.
and they just fucking whatever. But like it's such a big number that you're not going to catch a lot of them, and all that's going to happen is you're going to have a bunch of phones that might have gotten returned if people were scared enough by a silent warning, are just shattered on the sidewalk because they start ringing. They're like, ugh, and they fucking throw it.
I'm fine because it's Apple anyway, so destruction of Apple property is always, like, fine with me.
I
Ugh,
mean, you're not wrong.
I have Android because I want my phone to fucking work. So, yeah, that's, that's been, like, my last, like, couple of weeks is, I'm trying to prepare a little bit better, have some more defense, a little bit better, besides, just having random cumbersome blunt objects and my fucking fists, which is usually what I relied on in the past. I've never actually have to have a gun, but it seems increasingly obvious that I need to go get some extra protection because God, man, all these fucking people. There's going to be the people who are like, we just want all your stuff and we're going to try and kill you if you don't let us have it. And those are the ones you need to like defend yourself against, like the Chaz shop thing. It was there for like a day or so, and then some fucking gangs fucking showed up, and one dude declared himself the fucking permanent warlord of Chaz, and a bunch of fucking people got killed and some chicks got fucking raped and killed, and no one has any idea what the fuck ever happened and this dude ever like got justice, like, done to him and all that. Like, he just fucking that, I think that was in what was Chaz or Chop in Minnesota or whatever. It was
Yeah.
in some weird, yeah, man. I don't think they ever pursued that guy. They let that dude and his fucking gang literally kill and rape with impunity, and they just let him fucking do it
Yeah,
because
it was a matter of vengeance because they weren't fucking dealing they weren't doing what the cops were saying. So they were like, we're not gonna fucking help you. So that's what that
yeah, but
is.
still, you have like a legal obligation to save everyone. Doesn't matter.
Exactly. Like that's what's fucked about it. But like
I
I get
think people like that, leaders like that, should be arrested and tried for treason.
yeah, I also think like the idea of the chop slash Chaz slash whatever the fuck they were calling it was inspired, but the execution was very poor. And by that I mean they should have immediately executed the guy who was going around murdering people. Like that, that's how you
Well,
run your own society. If a guy is just murders somebody for fun, it's like, okay, now we all have to get together and murder you so that the murder
see,
stops.
yeah, and that's the problem with a no gun society, because someone with guns is going to show up and take your shit over and declare themselves warlord. You know, like, so yeah, never no guns, never no guns.
Yeah, that is a note that I have for the next chop is make sure you got guns.
Yeah, like a well-armed fucking chop, okay? No more warlords, no more rapists or murderers, man. No more having a fucking a sheen of cardboard with some soil on top of concrete, and saying that this is your fucking garden, okay? Because that was a failure. What were they thinking with that? I just want to know what the fuck was the deal with that fucking stupid garden shit.
Man, it's such a shame people got raped and murdered at the chop. It seemed so cool. They were like plugging TVs into random shit and like hanging out and having fucking partying. It seemed so based. Why did somebody have to come in and fuck it up with the murder and rape?
Because, like, you know, that's just the way people are, man. I am so dejected and cynical when it comes to believing in people and the goodness of people now, because you see shit like that, right? And it makes you so fucking sick of heart. And all you want to do is just fucking chill out and fucking, you know, be groovy and hang out with your buddies and pardon me, and have a little garden on the concrete, you know? But still, man, god damn, these fucking people, they just want to be brutal, they just want to destroy shit, and they want to control things. Anywho, uh, what's your take on like all this situation? We'll start with the anti-ice protest with you, Riley. What's your opinions on what's going on with those guys?
I mean, again, I think I got into it a little bit. Like, I don't like ICE. I don't like the way immigration's currently being handled. I don't tend to support or enjoy protests that are getting violent, but I'm getting so dejected that I'm like, I'm not gonna like join in, and I'm not gonna like b- take on a bullhorn and be like, "Fuck yeah, get him!" But like, maybe I'm gonna throw my hands up and see how it goes. Maybe I don't do my
Oh,
usual thing where I'm like, "Yeah, don't do violence." I'm like, let's just let him cook."
see, all right. Now you're on my side, like how I felt with the Russia-Ukraine thing. Like, you don't have to have an opinion. You don't really have to have an opinion on like what's all going on. It's like, it happens, like the Israeli-Palestinian thing. It happens. Can't do anything about it.
I
It's bigger
disagree
than
with
me.
that. Yeah, I disagree with
Uh,
that.
no, I just think it's bigger than me, and I don't want to get involved. And notice how the I'm not Donald. I'm not fucking dying for Israel. Fucking voices are loud as fuck, and people like dipshit Lindsey Graham's like, "Game on, pray for Israel," and everyone's like, "Lindsey, I'm not dying for Israel. I'm not going to the fucking war. I'm not going to go fucking fight for Israel. I'm not going to Iran and fucking killing people for Israel. Not doing that." And the White House, I guess, caved under our pressure and said the United States has no intention of joining the war in the Middle East with Israel and Iran. So fuck yeah, the anti-war stance is still fucking going strong because
Good,
the
good.
American people don't want. And I like the fact that the anti-war right wing has been so much more effective than the anti-war left. And I speak from experience on being on the anti-war left for so long. It's really nice to see, like, almost immediately the Warhawk scum get drowned out by literally all the other rest of the right when they're like, you know, the Lindsey Grahams are like, "Oh, we need to fight for Israel and our greatest ally." Yeah. And they're like, "No, fuck you, shut up." The fucking Cyclops douchebag, fucking what's his name, Texas representative. Uh, I haven't heard him say anything just yet, but I'm sure he's just waiting to see where the fucking smoke clears. But
Yeah,
yeah, just all this stuff, man. Like, no one wants to go to war in the Middle East. No one wants to fucking die for a foreign fucking country. And I'm really happy to see that because we should be standing up for ourselves, going, no, yeah, sorry, ally, but maybe you can ask, Europe and Britain and the people closer to you. Maybe you guys can ask them for help, yeah?
and we're
Like,
also
I think Europe failed the Ukraine, personally. I don't think they did enough. Like, they didn't do
we're
as much
also in
as
a
we did.
situation we're in a situation where there's a very loud population of the country who would like to die against Israel. So it's a very hard
Yeah.
sell right now to get people to die for Israel.
Yeah. The Israel greatest ally fucking shtick that's been prevalent for, like, the last, like, 50, 60 fucking or so years. I'm glad that's dying down because it's really weird. I think it's personally really, really fucking weird, and I'm not trying to be anti-Semitic or anything like that. This isn't like an anti-Jew tirade or
It's so
anything.
annoying
Like,
you
no,
have to do that
it's
fucking disclaimer every time.
because
It's not
they
about the Jews. It's about
oh
the fucking corrupt government in Israel. And I hate that all the fucking Zionists, to use the term everybody
oh
used,
yeah, no, no,
uh,
no, no. They're fucking straight up hardcore, fucking bloodthirsty, fucking Zionists, man.
they're like, "Oh, your
Zionism is a
Jews hate Jews," and it's like, no, I
no.
hate the Israeli government, not the Jews. The Israeli government.
Tell you what, like new rule, okay? If you use the term anti-Semitism more than 3 times in a day from here until the end of time, we automatically draft you, and you can go fucking fight in the Middle East. And you can go fight their wars, okay?
Yeah, you go
You
hang
can
out with
go do
Israel
that.
then. You
You love
die
them
for
so much.
Israel.
But yeah, man, that's I think it's really weird when representatives have this well when they have a foreign country's fucking pin on their suit when they're in Congress. I have a problem with that when when they've flown the Ukrainian flag in Congress. No, you should not be fucking doing that. You should be fucking flying any other flag. You shouldn't be simping for other nations. Like your primary sole fucking focus should be in the country in which you reside. I mean, look at Canada. Canada hates the government hates its population and does everything it can to fight against it. And I don't want America to turn out like that. I don't want a government that's solely, completely, and utterly against the American fucking people.
Yeah, it's fucking the world is just crazy right now. It's really I understand your paranoia, Mo. It's getting the walls are closing in.
Yeah. Oh fuck. Mm. Oh, that's an RC rip. Yeah, man. Fucking yeah. I'm starting to get fucking prepper stuff, man. I'm starting to get like, dude. I'm gonna get me. I got my military buddies to weigh in on my list, and they were telling me, okay, so this is your first time. I'm going to tell you this. This is a scam. This is the scam. This is a scam. You don't need either three of these. All right. They just look cool, but really, you can go get like my first one was you know, 120 or maybe it was like 420. The dude we Lamau number, 420 piece med kit. Like, no, you just need to go to Walmart and go get yourself a basic med kit for like 20, 30 bucks. That'll be just as good because you're not preparing surgery and you probably don't have the medical knowledge to implement or use even half of these things. So it's like getting a pair of fucking jumper cables for your vehicle. It's always a good idea to have that and maybe a jack, right? Well, consider your jack a gun and your fucking jumper cables a med kit. And then boom, you're off to a really good start fucking prepping. Cause you got that. And I'm going to start getting like fucking gallons of water. I'm going to start hoarding them for a little while. It's going to be guns, ammo, and at least like 2 or 3 more trips to the MRE station to grab those. And I actually can't wait because I do like preparing for shit. And if anything, I have food in a couple of years that I have to eat. Like, all right, guess nothing bad happened after all.
Can you get high off your own supply for a little bit? It'd be funny if you did like a MRE taste test on stream.
I'm actually considering like opening at least one of them because I don't want to obviously like eat like a bunch. Like I just want the one because MREs are pretty good. I like MREs, but yeah, that's uh that's what I've been doing, man. Because I look at the world and and that fucking okay, so this is the working understandable theory. Apparently, this dude who used to work for Tim Waltz got pissed at these two Democrat or this one Democrat for voting for an immigration bill that deported illegals, and he got pissed, showed up at the lady's fucking house, shot her and her husband. And here's the
Oh,
twist and irony, the husband was the one who voted against it. So him and the wife were disagreeing. Like, no, I'm going to be on Team Democrat here and say, open borders, yada, yada. And the wife was like, no, fuck no, deport them all. I don't care. And apparently, because this dude had, I mean, I love the no kings concept and protest or anything. They did find like no kings fucking uh flyers and shit in his fucking car, and he has a long history of being involved in like democratic causes and stuff. So we just had like one of these psycho fucking leftists. They're eating their own now and they're killing their own.
it's so
So that's
unfortunate because
interesting.
No Kings is a pretty good protest brand.
Yeah,
It's
it's fucking
unfortunate it's now
awesome.
associated with such not great action. But
Yeah,
Trump is starting to feel like a king. I don't know.
he's
It's
not
get
even close.
and when it really scares me when the Supreme Court says a thing and then the president says, "No, I'm not going to listen to that."
Well, because it's about fucking time. We gotta get shit done. We don't have time for this, these arrogant activist judges to fucking stand in our way of the will of the fucking people.
But that's
The
the point
majority,
of
the
checks and
overwhelming,
balances, though. They're
yeah, but
there
you're getting
because
in the
they were
way of
put there.
democracy.
They're there because they were put there by the people,
No, no,
and
the Supreme Court was not put there by the
or
people.
they were put there by the people who were put there by the people, so that those people's will could ripple for a bit longer than their 4-year tenure as president or 8-year tenure as president. And these people are set in place to decide these things. And when the president starts just saying, "No, I'm not going to do that," it's like,
Good. I'm
okay, so
glad.
what's the point of the system then? What?
Well,
How are
no,
you not a king? Explain it to me.
because these people are standing in the way of fucking democracy, and we see the
But isn't
agenda
that what a
clear as
king would
fucking
say?
day. No, that's fucking retarded.
If a
No, a king would just
if a
say,
guy was trying to be a dictator and pretend that he was in a democracy, if people stood against him, what would he say? They're getting in the way of democracy.
they are, because the majority of the people in America, as far as the last election is concerned, they voted for exactly what Trump's fucking putting down, man. And they're just getting in the way, going, no, you have to refund US aid. No, you have to make sure that all the illegals and all the rapists and all the killers are not in prison, and you have to let them back loose on the streets because multiculturalism and all this other stuff. No, like we gotta fucking kick some balls in. And if they don't like it, they can resign and fuck off from their post. I don't fucking care, man. These people need to fucking stop. Like, this is getting ridiculous. It's getting out of hand.
Well, that's just not how it works.
It's
Like,
about to be how it's going to work by force.
and that's not correct. That's bad. That's a dictatorship.
That's not dictator Riley. That's not how a dictatorship works, man. If they wanted to be a dictatorship, they would have just killed everyone who was opposing them already and
Yeah,
just
but that's a
installed
bad
themselves.
look. This is the new modern version of a dictatorship.
No, no, I got like the last several government fucking overthrown governments in just the Middle East and in Africa alone would disagree with you. Revolution, revolting, fucking coups, both staged and organic, do not work that way.
Well, it's not the exact same thing. It's somebody who found their way into power by the will of the people. but
Well, I
is
mean, isn't
using
that
that seat
democracy? Like, really?
no,
Yeah, but if like, but
because
okay,
the system is built with checks and balances so that we're compromising for the most people.
yeah, but now
Like just
but
because 51% of the country wants something doesn't mean the 49% doesn't matter. So we have to find a compromise where maybe like 70% of people will be happy.
well, like
Not
it's about 70 or to 80% that are like wanting like what Trump wants to do. It seems like the people who don't want Trump to do that stuff, they're like the tiniest minority that they've been in fucking years. We're talking like 30,
because young
thirty-five
people
percent
didn't
of
vote
America.
because there was no disease keeping them inside of their houses that made them bored enough to vote.
I mean, okay. Well, like, still though, man, like, we gotta kick some fucking nuts and go, no, this is what we want, and we're not going to let your bureaucracy kill our democracy. So, and that's how it's got to be, because these fucking people are constantly in the way, and just don't fucking care. Okay, yeah, I want to come back, and we can talk about whatever else you want, because I think I've taken up the whole show with my shtick. But I want to end it with this. So Donald Trump tweeted out a huge thank you to all the No Kings protesters yesterday. I was very concerned a king was trying to take my place, but thanks to your tireless efforts, I am still your president. Great job, all.
Oh, that you know what? That's a pretty good response. I have to commend him.
La, 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 la. Ho, 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 ho,
If anything, he's
ho.
fucking hilarious. That's the one thing I can never take away from him.
Oh yeah, with Trump, you know the circus is always in town. That's the best part. Like the circus is always in town, and you gotta be here to just enjoy yourself and just watch the fucking fire burn everything.
It's like the circus may be corrupt, the animals may be being abused, but you watch those elephants stack on top of each other and you're still like, holy shit, you know? It's just like Trump knows how to put on a show, even if I
Oh
hate what
yeah.
he's doing.
Oh yeah, pretty much. So, uh what's been life in Rileyville? What does life in Rileyville look like lately?
Oh, nothing. I just work and I kind of just like black out until my next appearance on a podcast, basically.
Yeah, it's called disassociating, Riley, and you need to watch out for that, cause like that shit fucks in my head a little bit, because I'll disassociate and just blank out for a number of hours, or like from break to break. I'll remember that I'm doing work in the middle of everything, and I'm just trying to time it to where I get uh to like where the point I want to be at, and then boom, it's all right. I just blanked out for an hour. What the fuck happened? What was I doing? It's such a mind fuck sometimes. Then I think to myself, oh, yeah, right. Don't worry about it. It's the same thing every day.
That happened to me recently during a let's play, and I went into video game Ultra Instinct because I was like doing good the whole time. And I was
Yeah.
like, wait a minute, what just happened? And he's like, we just fought a boss, and you like did most of the work. And I'm like, I don't even remember that happened.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. I've had that happen to me a few times. Ugh, dude, we're already getting tropical depressions, man. We're
Oh, ain't
about
it
to get storms.
exciting? Ain't it fucking
Yeah,
exciting?
yeah, I think there's one in the Gulf of Mexico right now, but I haven't read or heard anything about it lately. So, but we have one on the other side of Mexico too, in the Pacific. So we're going to see what all happens, in the meantime, because shit is gone awry. And, we have war in the Middle East, we have our cities possibly burning down, and now we have fucking hurricanes. So it's like, does God and stability and the God of stability hate us? Like that's what I'm sort of thinking. Like, Lord, do you just have it in for me? Yeah, and for my people, like we're just trying to chill, have an interesting Trump presidency, just like have nothing so fucking crazy happen, but just crazy enough to make the news entertaining. Well, we didn't really ask for war, and then all this crazy bullshit going on right now. Didn't ever ask for that. Just a little crazy stuff, not much. Like I think that the King of the Hill reboot should be like the level of crazy. Maybe like Trump can weigh in on that, going, that day, fucking Gribble is my favorite character. Maybe he could just say something like that. But no, we got troll people IRL and all that. We just can't have anything nice or anything that's nice remain nice for long.
Well, didn't you see they ruined Dale Gribble for conservatives because conservatives have always argued that Dale Gribble would be a hardcore Republican and vote for Trump. And we know from the opening of the new King of the Hill season that Dale Gribble runs for mayor as an independent. So he doesn't support no Republicans or no Democrats. He's his own man.
Hell yeah, and that's what being indie fucking means, man. So fuck yeah, I'm glad. Plus, the dude who does Dale is fucking dead, unfortunately. So we're not.
He got to do a
I hope
couple
they don't
episodes though, so thankfully we're gonna hear him one more
Yeah,
time. And then
yeah,
so I guess I'm not really familiar with King of the Hill, so I don't know how important this character was. The character of Khan, I guess, was recast because of
yeah.
racial stuff. And the guy who used to voice Khan is gonna voice Dale from now on.
All right, we got something, but just yeah, the recasting Colin's just fucking stupid. I don't care about your modern sensibilities. Take your fucking anti-Trump protest and get the fuck out of entertainment. Didn't
Yeah, so
ask
it's
you for it.
cool that the guy who lost his job as Khan is gonna get a job as Dale, so that's nice.
I hope he does well. I'm a little bit skeptical of the reboot, but I'm hoping that the show's good because Mike Judge and a lot of people that were formerly involved in the old show are back for the new show. So I'm guessing that the spirit is still there, and I'm
Maybe
hoping it
it's like
remains.
death bias, but I feel like since Johnny Hardwick participated, I kind of like that's part of like why I'm like, yeah, maybe this is right. Because I don't think he would want to be Dale in something that sucks.
Oh well, yeah, yeah, true, true. I mean, like everyone that's on the show is competent and knows what they're doing. So I don't think he'll be bad. I don't think he'll be a bad Dale.
No, not even him, but like I was saying, the original Dale, because he was part of the project before he died, so that gives me some faith because I kind of
Oh yeah.
trust that guy, you
Oh yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah, yeah. If the check's big enough, you'll do any kind of work.
That's true. That's the end. And he was in a weird place in his life, so maybe he was just doing it for a paycheck. But he seemed like he was very attached to the Dale character, so I don't think he would like phone it in and do a terrible reboot that was gonna ruin the character.
Well, I think sort of like what probably helped get the fucking reboot off the ground was his feud with Monkey Jones. I fucking love the shit out of it.
That
Like,
was
this is
a
a
crazy
gun,
saga.
monkey. Like, yeah, he's just like going back and forth. It was like such an unexpected YouTube feud that, ended amicably and, wasn't like cringe. It was fun to watch. Like, hey, hell yeah, cool. And I liked his YouTube stuff. Like, Dale.
Monkey Monkey got mentioned in fucking People magazine because of that when
Oh,
Johnny
yeah?
Hardwick died because they were like
Oh,
because it was like an article about Johnny Hardwick and like they were like in a recent interview with YouTubers Simmy and Jimmy, Johnny Hardwick said that he was gonna get back into comedy and acting and stuff, and it's like wow, Monkey got mentioned in People magazine because he interviewed Johnny Hardwick.
hell yeah, hell yeah. Oh, that was fucking sick. That was some good internet. I'm kind of wishing that what the problem is, man? Like all the
What?
websites are dying, and the only websites we really have nowadays are just shopping websites or Amazon or the shopping websites listed on Amazon. And then all we have are like our little social media outlets, and that's really it. Like maybe you go to Reddit, maybe you go to 4chan, but other than that, you don't really have much places to go anymore, man. Like everyone kind of funneled into this these series of tubes that is the internet, and I'm
Oh shit!
sad.
Did I keep up my Reddit streak today?
Oh, well, like what? Do you get points or something for logging in now?
Yeah, you get like achievements and shit. I'm close to
Oh
my
God.
20-day streak.
Oh God. What do you primarily get onto Reddit for?
It used to be for porn, and then I joined a couple, and then I just joined like communities about like some TV shows I liked and some podcasts I liked. So now sometimes I'll comment in those Reddits. So it's a lot of porn and a lot of like-minded individuals in forums. It's a great place.
Okay, have you turned off the ability for anyone to access what you upvoted or the sub forums, subreddits that you're on? Because like,
Oh
dude, I
God,
would
are
be
the
embarrassed.
subreddits I'm in public? Is
I
that a
think they
thing?
I think they are.
I knew my comments and my post were, so I don't really comment on post on anything that I don't want people seeing that I'm in. But if they could see all the Reddits I'm in, that's a problem.
Oh yeah. It's like this guy likes fucking 14 different Futanari fucking subreddits. Jesus. Like, okay, this
No,
is
no, no,
enough.
no penises involved.
This
Thankfully,
is
that's
this is just crazy. There's so many dicks everywhere. Oh. Uh,
it's just the more embarrassing stuff is like stuff I'm not even into, but it's like subreddits where there's a lot of things and some of the stuff is fucked, and I just don't go to that stuff, but it's there.
oh man. I just don't like Reddit. Reddit makes me angry and upsetty spaghetti. Makes me sad.
I guess I'm just not in the right subreddits to get pissed off. I mean, I occasionally get into it in the biggest problem subreddit, but even they're not like as toxic as you would think. Maybe the Dick Show subreddit is. I haven't really been in there that much, but the biggest problem one is kind of cordial.
Speaking of Reddits and stuff, so can we just pretty much just say World Veto Wars 3 has officially kicked off?
Yeah,
Because he's banning
about 1 week
I
after Veto Wars 2 was declared over.
one fucking week, man. He couldn't last one fucking week. And now he's lecturing the mods, hey, don't undermine me. If you have a problem with the ban, come talk to me. Like fucking why? Like, dude,
Yeah,
I
it's
tell
like
you,
I
man.
understand
I
getting
told you.
pissed. I understand getting pissed and like timing somebody out. But then if a mod reviews it and they're like, Vito was obviously just heated and they undo it, don't spurg out. That's retarded.
Uh Yeah, I mean, just like I said on fucking stream, like, don't give this dude more than a day manager's worth of fucking power. If you do, he'll have everyone in ovens by the end of the fucking week. And like, lo and fucking behold, it's exactly what's fucking happening now.
It is interesting. The show seems shaky again because
Yeah.
Vito was not on Friday and he did not give any reason why anywhere to Dick or to us. So
Well, I think Dick said that he's doing the final big push on his comic.
that's
That's
what Dick
why
Dick said he
that's
was
what
like
he said.
hoping he was doing that, but he didn't sound sure.
I mean, I fucking hope so, man, because God, like, only Vito can just like have success and just throw it away like this. Like, I'm sorry, but like you brought all this stress upon yourself, bro. You really did.
There was something I don't know if have you been listening to the Dick show lately?
No, I haven't been able to. I always fall asleep as soon as I put it on.
So there's been this saga of this guy we're calling the Gravedigger. And he is a guy who deals with dead bodies. He's like the coroner, whatever the fuck, whoever shows up to get rid of a dead body. Or maybe he's just body transport, but he calls the coroner. Here's what he does. Here's why he's cool and why we like him. So I guess he shows up, and a lot of the times, the government just wants bodies gone, even when there's like obvious like foul play that needs to be investigated. They just won't bother. They won't send a coroner. They won't send the police. They'll just get rid of the body. And this guy is not about to let that happen. And he's going out of his way and he's making the cops' lives a living nightmare. And he's getting to the bottom of all these unsolved murders and shit. He's the gravedigger. And
Really? All right.
he's been writing into the show. And he wrote in about Vito. And one of the observations that he made was particularly poignant, and I fully buy this. So here's
Okay.
Vito's psychology. explained by the Gravedigger. So as we all know, there is a character in Super Killer, one of the main characters. There's two main characters. There's Super Killer, and then there's Beck, who is Super Killer's female sidekick. And Beck is directly based on Vito's best friend in the whole wide world who killed herself. So Gravedigger is saying that often he's noticed, because he goes into houses and gets rid of dead bodies, he's noticed that people will like pick up hobbies and pursue them to a ridiculous degree as like a weird psychotic coping mechanism for when they lose people that they love. So because this character, this comic is based on this girl, and this girl was so involved in like the early days of the comic, Vito has to make this perfect because it's his closure for this friend who killed herself. So he has to go in and tweak every little fucking color and buy a new monitor so he can color correct, because it has to be perfect for his best friend who fucking offed herself.
God damn. I was going to say, like, oh, he thinks he killed her or something.
Maybe that too. Maybe he does blame himself to some degree, but it's more like that this comic is it her image is attached to it, so he's like, this
Yeah.
has to be perfect because
Yeah.
it's his form of closure for this girl.
God damn. That's fucking heavy as shit.
It's heavy, but I think it really does explain everything. Because it's been like everybody will hammer Vito, where it's like, why do you keep doing this? Why do you keep delaying the comic to make these stupid color corrections that nobody gives a shit about? And he's never straight up about it. And I think that's the real answer, is because it has to be perfect for this girl.
Yeah. Ah, poor Vito. Jesus Christ.
Poor Vito. He's real torn up. I mean, I would be torn up too. He sounded like he was very close to that girl. I mean, given that he's a fat incel adjacent guy, I wouldn't be surprised if that girl was like a lost love for him.
Yeah.
So, he's probably pretty torn up, and I can see it affecting his comic workflow.
Oh, wow. You ever think we're going to get Super Killer?
I think we are. I think we certainly are. I think it might still take a while, but I don't think there's a universe in which we don't get it. There's a universe
Ugh.
in which it's a terrible like failure. It takes way too long. A bunch of people get refunds, but I think whoever does not does not request a refund is going to
He's been
get a
refusing
comic
refunds.
eventually.
He's been refusing refunds lately.
Yeah, he's wishy-washy on that. I assume as the deadlines continue to be missed, more refunds will be granted up until the comic finally comes out. But I'm sure it will. It's going to take a while, but I don't think I think Vito would have exiled himself from the internet and disappeared into the woods by now if there was any chance that Super Killer wasn't coming.
Oh my god. If Super Killer doesn't come, he's probably going to kill himself.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, well, I fucked up. Do you think he'll kill himself? Well, fucking biggest problem.
Oh my god.
Like,
Now
well, Dick.
imagine that.
Hey, like, hey, Dick. Yeah, Vito. I'm gonna introduce a new segment. It's called Vito's Gun. And he plays a Vito's Gun. Vito's Gun. Boom. And just
I
fucking
got
offs himself.
I could see like a murder suicide. Like he shows up
Oh wow.
he shows up, he does a whole show and he's like, "Dick, I've got a special surprise for you. I've got a Dick's booty today." And you don't have to do anything. You just have to open the box. And the box is on the table in such a way that his hand is through the table in the box with a gun in it. And then when Dick opens the box, he gets shot. And then
Oh
Vito
wow.
kills himself.
I hope you had a great time, everybody. Fuck you, internet. No super killer. It's like,
What a show.
well,
He shoots Dick in the head and says, "What a show." And then
what
shoots
a show,
himself.
everyone. Go to patreon.com/. I just killed my comedy partner. Good night, everyone. Oh, God. The world, society. It's
That
all
something
just
has
going
to
to hell.
happen with the idea of there being something secretly under the table with Vito's booty. I made this. I made this. I voiced this fantasy to Riley, with on Twitter. I don't remember what Riley had said, but I was like, the way he said something is like, now I can't stop thinking about the idea of like a Halloween bit where inside of the Vito's booty is like, you know how sometimes there'll be like a head in the popcorn for
Mhm.
Halloween. Somebody's under the table and their head's coming through the popcorn bowl.
Yeah.
What if he opens Vito's booty and Riley's in there?
Did you see my, fucking, I tagged Riley into this in this tweet. It was, I ordered some Dominoes, and the tagline underneath was, "Eric is about to pull up." And I fucking tagged Riley, "What'd you fucking say to Eric? I didn't do nothing." And it was like one of the funnier things. I think it was a banger, right? It got the attention that I wanted from Riley, so that's happy. Another banger that I think went underappreciated was Brittany Venti. She tweeted out, "Dolphins sleep with one eye open," and so I have to do it because I'm a Metallica fan, and I blurted out, "Gripping your pillow tight, exit light," because that's the opening line for, or that's one of the big lines from Enter Sandman, my Metallica. And so, like, I got like 2 likes on it. I was like, you fucking Philistines. This was like grade A comedy. People need to like, I got a comment. "I can't believe this is so far down. Jesus." Like, nice, nice, nice. Like, my Metallica references are timeless.
Yeah,
Oh well.
you've been making a tear on Twitter. I saw you got into some fucking Harry Otter in my Discord, who's
Oh
a
yeah,
weird,
is
mentally
that one
ill
of your
furry.
people?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's one of my guys.
yeah. I get a fucking. I knew it was one of your guys finally when he goes, "Just do the fucking Dragon Ball." Like, here, let me get it up for you real quick.
Wait, was he fighting with you on Twitter?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Hold on a sec. Let me find the Twizzy.
He was showing me tweets of you fighting with somebody, but I thought it was you fighting with somebody else, and he just had issue with
Oh,
it.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, the Iranian military has a Twitter account,
You're
and
fighting
so.
with the Iranian military?
And no, I all I did was just go blah blah blah, and I fucking posted a "Baka chicken," fucking gif. I'm like, y'all ain't gonna do shit, "Baka fucking chicken," try to goad him in, and like, let's see if we can
Why are
crush
you
it.
goading the Iranian military's Twitter account?
Because they're just blah 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 blah. Like, shut up, bitch. Put up or shut up. So I went "Baka, baka, baka, baka," and
Just do
so
it.
fucking
Don't
Harry
talk about it,
Otter.
just do it.
Sorry, the Muslim country wants to defend itself against bigotry and racism from morons like you. And so I think it's just some fucking troll. And I go, y'all aren't going to do shit. And I post the same fucking chicken thing to like troll the shit out of them. And so they already attacked back, idiot lol. Fucking soft brain loser. Go do your Dragon Ball podcast with Riley, you forever fucking idiot.
Yeah, that's
And
one of
I
mine. That's my guy.
yeah, and I was like, "Oh, this is Riley's dude." And so I post the fucking gif of like Robotnik dancing in front of like Sonic and friends because I fucking love that. "You can only respond in memes because you are too scared to admit you are a Zionist loser." And I just put out, "It's so much bigger than me, so caring about it doesn't matter." Because, you don't need everyone to care about cause. Like, every once in a while, I could just go, I don't care. It's whatever. It's just nothing I can do about it.
Every time
He
you
goes,
get into it with one of my fans, I get worried that I'm Mumkey and you're Endless Jess, and this is gonna blow up.
"Oh, it's just some like Orlando BTTM dad. I don't even know who this fucking dude is." But anyway, yeah, enough of this. Like, "Oh, yeah, you fucking mock Muslims and Palestinians like a Zionist bitch." First time I've ever been called a Zionist, by the way.
Wow, really?
Yeah, first time, because I don't defend
Damn.
Israel. I'm not like super huge into Israel. I'm not like the president of their fan club or anything. Because I criticized Israel more than I said, "Hey, Israel, good idea." You know, but yeah, yet you
But you
fucking
seem to
mock.
have thoroughly chosen them as the lesser of two evils, though, and that's
Only
the
in
wrong call.
only, No, only in the one thing, which I don't think I made the wrong call on. But anyway, I'm not here to talk about that because I'm getting tired. I'm running out of energy. Stop fooling yourself. You don't care about these people. You want them to suffer. Oh, like such a fucking logical fallacy appeal to emotion. That's all that is. And I didn't respond because I was like, I'm not arguing with some schmuck on Twitter today. Like, I just don't care. But anywho, yeah, that's pretty much been my week.
I do want to tease something for the issue crew. I want to see if maybe this convinces you to come in tomorrow. I don't know if how Captain Blackfred's gonna feel about this. so we're so last week on the Creep Off, which is Carl and Vinny's show. There's been this recurring character called the Olive Garden waitress, who I guess is calling in about creeps that she deals with at the Olive Garden, being an Olive Garden waitress. And Captain Blackbread left a voicemail trying to get her to come on the Big Black Breadier cast.
Uh huh.
And immediately Carl and Vinny are like, oh, he's shooting his shot. He's trying to hook up with Olive Garden waitress. and
Oh,
I
wow.
I start dying. And I left a voicemail where I'm like, hey, I do a show with Captain Blackbread and his pregnant wife. So like I don't know what's going on there. I'm gonna have to ask him about this. So we'll see if that gets played on the creep off tomorrow and how Captain Blackbread reacts. I think I'm gonna have the clip ready for if he didn't listen to the show.
Goddamn. Yeah, I'm totally into it. I suppose it should be fine. I can probably like I'll try to come in tomorrow.
Yeah, we miss you. You're not showing up anymore.
No, I've just been sleeping because I'm tired.
Well, sleep a little less. We do the show pretty late.
No, you don't understand my sleep schedule, man. It's just fucking crazy. Anywho, I think I've said everything I wanted to say. Riley, you got anything else you wanted to part with everyone? Any words of wisdom?
I think we can wrap it up.
Wrap it up. Oh yeah, you should wrap it up before you smack it up. Yeah.
Which Dick Masterson did not do. Man, it's gonna be wild when he has a baby.
It's gonna be cool. I hope the kid has all the advantages they can possibly get. All
Do you
right.
think that Vito's ever in Dick's house again? Do you think it's a
Dude,
non-studio show forever now?
I mean, I don't even know what the fuck is even going on right now. I know that my fucking favorite show's crumbling to pieces,
I
but
mean, the show seems to be proceed. I doubt the show will end, but I really do miss like Vito's booty and like the dynamic of the in-studio show, and I would like it to come back. And I don't know if it's gonna. I think Dick might just be like, "Listen, I want to keep making this show because it's good and the fans like it, and also they pay us a lot of money. But like, I'm trying to raise a kid here. I don't want you in my house causing stupid problems, and it just becomes a remote show forever."
yeah, that's gonna kind of suck because that's Vito's Booty is my favorite segment. Like, it's totally my favorite segment.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
like,
like
until we
it
can
was a
find
bit.
out, like what's going on, because no one's had any like big banger revelations yet concerning like why suddenly the change. I mean, there's like pretty sound theories, I think, but I have no idea what's going on.
Well, I think they did acknowledge the official reason, which is Dick's tinnitus. But then why is Johnny in studio?
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's just because Vito's more stressful. Like that's what I got from what Dick said. He's just like that they were in the midst of Vito wars, so he's just like, look. I can't have you here right now. I'm dealing with shit. We'll keep doing the show because the fans
Yeah,
are paying for it, but I need you the fuck away from me while I figure this out.
yeah. There's a good chance that's exactly that. All right, man. Well, Riley, where can they find you?
linktr.ee/Riley Cinematic Universe. That's RIELY Cinematic Universe. Podcast, YouTube channels. We finally did a big guy, little guy session. We didn't quite get 7 done, but we did get 5 done. Uh, Andrew's Wi Fi was not working for a while, but we got
Yeah.
that. ironed out. And you know the issue crew every week, fucking detour ahead every week. So much content, you'll drown and die. linktr.ee/Riely Cinematic Universe, folks.
Nice, nice. And you can find me at twitter.com/Moside Gaming. Moside Gaming fucking everywhere. MSG Official YT is the official name, by the way. Because I can't be Moside Gaming because Moside Gaming got banned off of Twitter. But anywho, yeah, Moside Gaming everywhere. Check me out. W.GG. Use promo code MODIGGITY. Save 10% off your total purchase. New flavors and new stuff coming out. I actually just made a re-up order recently. So yeah, promo code MODIGGITY. Like, share, and subscribe, everything. You know, we're actually doing half decent numbers on there, and I'm very pleased with everyone showing up and turning out and listening to our shit. So yeah, keep up with the keeping up, and hopefully we'll see you next week. Take care. Talk on.
Hopefully so. Goodbye.
Any other guy, and I just wanna take